Hello, good morning. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Bridget Bouvier and I work for Canopy MLS. I've been working for an MLS for about 10 years now. I got my real estate license in 2006. Although it's on inactive status, I wanted to let you know that I can empathize with what you go through on a day-to-day basis. So let's get started with eKEY basics. We're going to take a look at how to open a Shackle, how to open a lockbox, add your Keybox to your inventory, and how to assign a lockbox to your listing. We're going to start off by viewing a short video that Supra has put together for us.
In this quick video, you'll learn how to use your eKEY to obtain the key and open the Supra Keybox Shackle. Let's get to it straight away. Let's learn how to perform these two functions. It's showing time and you need the house key to access the listing. Here's how to use your eKEY to obtain the key. Enter your PIN code. Activate Bluetooth by pressing up on the bottom of the Keybox. When you see success, push up on the key container to release it and obtain the house key. Next, you have a listing. Let's release the shackle and assign the Keybox to a listing. Select Open Shackle. Enter the shackle code for the Keybox. Select the reason you are releasing the shackle. Tap Done. Tap Save. Tap Begin. Activate Bluetooth by pressing up on the bottom of the Keybox. When you see Compress the shackle to the Keybox in the app, press down on the shackle to release it and place the Keybox on the listing. Important: if you're adding a new listing, enter the house number or MLS number to assign the Keybox to the listing. This ensured that your showing reports and notifications are more detailed.
So it's super important to update your app before you go out to show a piece of property, especially if you're in the mountains like me. So if I were showing property in the Pisgah Forest area, I would definitely open up my app while I was still in cell phone coverage, look to the bottom center and tap the word update. Most of the apps are set to be defaulted as automatically updating. However, again, I would manually tap that update button. When you get out to your listing, you'll select Obtain Key, put the PIN number in, press up on the bottom of the lockbox and release it. This activates the Bluetooth. And when the system connects, it'll say success in bright green colors, and you can press up on that lockbox a second time. And then you can get your keys out and show the property. When you're returning the key container to the lockbox, make sure it slides in easily so it doesn't get jammed and isn't available for the next showing agent. So let's get started on our first listing. You need to be able to put your Keybox in the inventory and assign it to the listing. It can be done two ways. You can assign the Keybox within the eKEY app, and you can also assign it within the SupraWEB. SupraWEB is the laptop desktop version of your Supra account. So let's start in the eKEY app and go to the My Keyboxes icon. You'll select Add Keybox to Inventory. You're going to enter your shackle code and it will begin communicating with the lockbox. Once it syncs, it will be automatically added to your inventory. Next, let's go down to the second option where you could open the shackle. You add your shackle code. Select your reason. And then this line here gives you the opportunity to add your Keybox to your inventory. You'll select Begin, and then you can add the house number or the MLS number. I highly recommend using your MLS number, and that way it won't get mixed up with another property. And then select Done. Now, some agents will have their very own Keyboxes, and they can add all their Keyboxes to their inventory at one time. Some agents will have to borrow a lockbox from their firm's inventory. If you are borrowing a lockbox, be sure to delete that key box from your inventory and delete any personal information you put in there before you turn it in so the next list agent doesn't have to do this for you. So you'll select the key box and then edit key box data. And then you have all of your personal information here, including that MLS number. So let's say this is your key box and your listing is closed, you've got paid, and it's time to put the same key box on a different MLS number. All you have to do is tap on that MLS number and override it by going to the backspace. So you tap the backspace and then put the new MLS number in. Select done. And then save. And then you've assigned your lockbox to your new listing. So I said that you could do this in SupraWEB as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. The first thing you'll want to do is type in your browser bar www.supraekey.com. Then you'll look at the top right and click on the bright orange rectangle that says SupraWEB. At that point, you'll have the option to log in or register. If this is your very first time logging in, you'll want to click on the register because this system does not recognize any other credentials you have, your MLS numbers or anything like that. So you want to register. Your registration page looks like this. You'll fill out the form, enter a user ID. That user ID can be anything you want, or it can be your MLS ID if you like, unless someone else in the nation has the same ID as you, and then you'll have to change that up a bit. You'll need to select your password. Your password needs to begin with a letter, and you can use a few different symbols, the period, @ symbol, underscore, or hyphen. Just click on this little bubble here and that'll give you your password parameters. Fill out your challenge questions, fill in the code so the system doesn't think you're a robot, and then select submit. When you first log into SupraWEB, the system is going to ask you for your key serial number. Your eKEY serial number is located at the very top of your app. It'll say, welcome to the eKEY app, and it will list your eKEY serial number. It will ask for your PIN number and also your association. Supra recognizes us as NC-Carolina MLS, DBA Canopy MLS. So once you get logged in, you'll get to the dashboard. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So we're just getting started with adding your key boxes to the system. And in this system, you don't have to have the lockbox present. So that can be helpful if perhaps you have an assistant assigning your lockboxes for you. So you'll click on Add Key Box. And then you'll add the key box serial number and shackle code. And if you are assigning the lockbox at this time to your listing, all you have to do is add the MLS number here, select Add Key Box, and now you've assigned your listing to your key box. While we're on this section, let's go ahead and take a look at all of our key boxes in our inventory by clicking on this link. This is a list of every lockbox that I have in my inventory. As you can see, the top row is assigned, and the bottom row does not have an MLS number associated with it. So if I wanted a shortcut to my lockboxes that were not on listings, all I had to do is click on that down bar and select from this list here. Since I only have one, I won't have a list. So let's go up to the listings tab. And this is a shortcut where it just limits all the listings that are assigned to key boxes. And you'll notice I only have one. It's a fake listing. And on my fake listing, I have a list of different icons. The legend here is listed below. A very important icon is that blue key. So once you take my non-member access class, you're going to know all about how to issue a non-member access invitation, how to get it set up, and that will be coming up in the next few weeks. So let's go ahead and go on to our pro tips for the day. So number one is you'll always want to update your app while you're still in cell phone coverage. Always make sure your Bluetooth is on because the system works via Bluetooth technology and does not require cell coverage as long as you've updated your app before you go out. If you're new to the system, practice on a lockbox in your office before you go out with clients. If you don't have any lockboxes in your office, you can set up an appointment through showing time and just make sure that you know it is a preview so the list agent's not expecting customer feedback. And then if you're at a showing and a second list agent shows up with their buyer, be sure and put the key back to end your showing and the list agent can begin their showing by accessing the lockbox with their eKEY app. Here is a list of support numbers. If you need to get in touch with us on a weekend, we do have Saturday hours between 8:30 and 3. You can call our support desk. If you would like to set up some more training, we have a list of classes that are on our training page, or if you would like someone to come out and teach in your office, we have our broker relations program. Go ahead and take note on this slide here. Thank you all for joining me today. That concludes our presentation. I do appreciate your time. I know it's very valuable, and I hope to see you in one of my next classes. Take care. Bye-bye.